Today's video is so kindly sponsored by Squarespace, and we'll get to that at the end of the practice. Hi there, and thank you so much for being here. Today, I feel called to come on here to share with you some tips and tricks for meditating, because I know that if you are just getting started on this meditation journey, it can be hard to decipher some cues that we often receive from meditation teachers, especially if you are neurodivergent or you have a history of trauma. I'm both, and it was definitely hard for me at the beginning. There were a lot of things I would say I misinterpreted and I could not fully understand in practice, in experience. So today I want to share some key tips and tricks that were really transformative for me, that changed how I perceived the practice and how I went about it. So my hope is that it really helps you have the breakthrough you need to receive more benefits from your meditation practice and to feel inspired to keep going. So without further ado, let's get into it. And the first step is I want you to make sure that you're in a space that's conducive to this practice. So a space where you won't be disturbed, that's quiet preferably. Of course, eventually we want to get to the point of being able to practice in absolute chaos and not be bothered. But at the beginning, or when we're struggling, it's helpful to be in an environment that supports us to find quiet within ourselves. So make sure you're in a place where you won't be disturbed. Make sure you're in a quiet space. And look for a position where you're going to feel the most comfortable. You don't have to have your legs crossed if that doesn't feel good. You can have your feet firmly planted on the floor. You don't have to have your spine fully erect if that doesn't feel good in this moment. You can lean your back on something. You can lean your head on something. The key here is we have to find comfort in our bodies. We have to loosen up a little bit to turn inwards. So we're not going to torture ourselves, at least not at the beginning. If you're up for that challenge later, great. But at this time, we're just going to do our best to find a way to tune inwards. So if your body can be comfortable, that's really going to help. So do you want to lie down? Do you want to sit on a sofa? Do you want to have a blanket over you? Or maybe a pillow on your belly? Do you want to rest your hands and arms on the armrest of your chair? Find a comfortable position. And I also want to add, this doesn't have to be something that's worked in the past, because sometimes they don't work in the moment. And I don't mean a position that so-and-so told you to sit in, like the lotus position. For a lot of people, that's incredibly uncomfortable. So really explore with your body in this moment what feels good. And once you are there, we're going to gently close our eyes. And I'm going to ring the singing bowl 3 times to commence the sitting. with your eyes closed, I invite you to bring your attention to your face and facial muscles. Soften your inner gaze and know that there's no need to strain or focus your inner gaze anywhere. You don't have to place your focus between your eyebrows. It is better if you're not straining with your eyes. That helps the vagus nerve relax and soothe your nervous system. Create space between the eyebrows and forehead. Sometimes just imagining that will do. And part the lips and relax your jaw. When we clench the jaw, we can be sort of in a state of resistance. So by unclenching, we are allowing ourselves to settle into the sitting. I want you to imagine the face of a 3-year-old child when they're sleeping. How they can be incredibly supple and soft in their facial expression, completely relaxed. And I invite you to emulate that. Allow your face to be soft and supple. Allow your cheeks to droop. Very naturally, you may want to lower your shoulders. We tense the shoulders when we don't feel entirely safe. By relaxing the shoulders, consciously letting them down, we are affirming to ourselves that this moment is safe. Sometimes relaxing these key points is enough for a meditation sitting, but we can take it a step further. We can consciously relax the limbs. Sometimes we make fists without realizing. We hold on to tension there. Sometimes we tense our thighs without realizing. So relax the limbs. Let go of residual tension. Relax the glutes as well. Release your lower back and sink into your seat, affirming to yourself that there's nowhere else you need to be in this moment. You are here now. Notice how, when the body is relaxed, we can observe the mind better. It's like we can put ourselves better into focus. From here, you may want to take some deep breaths. Breathing helps us improve concentration. But I want to encourage you to explore how you are breathing naturally first. Are you breathing with your chest? Are you breathing with your belly? Are you taking longer inhales or longer exhales? And with respect to the body's wisdom, know that there's nothing you really need to change. Your breathing is intelligent. We don't need to strain to breathe differently. So breathe the way your body is breathing. And as you place more awareness on your breathing will deepen. This is the kind of effortlessness that we need in meditation. The more you strain, push, or try, the less it happens. The more part of you will resist. We're not here to fix anything. We're here to just be with what is. So you really don't have to do anything differently. The way it is unfolding in this moment is perfect as it is. And all you're here to do is to be with it, to witness it. Observing the breath will teach you that. this point in time, I imagine thoughts have already come up to distract you from your breathing. And that is okay. Your thoughts will never cease to exist for as long as you are in this body. You must accept this fact. They can become more quiet, but they will always be there as a mental manifestation of energy that exists in your system. So we are not here to silence the thoughts. You cannot push them away. In meditation, we are here to accept them as they are, to not feel attached or in opposition to them, to be neutral about them. And that is when they begin to quiet. And over time, when you don't engage with your thoughts, there will be less thoughts. You might wonder, if we're not here to silence the mind, then what are we doing here? In meditation, we are here to remember true, unobstructed consciousness. That this is the core of who we are. We're here to remember that all our experiencing of reality stems from consciousness. In meditation, we are hoping to recognize this truth, that this revelation might fall upon us in any moment. Consciousness is from where you experience this person you call yourself. But this person is what you are experiencing This person is the experienced. You, as the experiencer, is simply consciousness. When you say, I am this person, I is the subject, and this person is the object. So in meditation, we are here to be with I. And to remember that I am I. I am that I am. I is the only permanent part of you. Everything else is transient. Everything else is movement. You are consciousness. And recognize that I'm not talking about anything profound here. There's nothing big about this. This is simply the truth. We cannot place enlightenment on a pedestal. We cannot think of awakening as a big task, because you already are what you're seeking. You are consciousness, and that's why you hear me right now. You do not become this. You are it. So the truth is, you can recognize this fact in literally any moment. You don't have to have your eyes closed. You don't even have to go deep in meditation. You can realize it in the most mundane moments of the day. So there's no need to strain, to try, to push, to effort. There's no need to go anywhere, to become anything. There's no need to get better. There's no need to become enlightened. The more you can just be here as you are, the greater your chances will be of recognizing your truth. getting a glimpse, or maybe completely waking up from your human slumber. What you are seeking is literally the closest thing to you. And that's why we get confused. It's like a fish in water. The fish doesn't know water because it's everywhere. You forget your consciousness because it's everywhere. It's all that you are. So when you're sitting for meditation, just be. Just be. Just be. I'll give you a couple of moments to sit in silence. In a moment, I'm going to ring the singing bowl for this sitting to come to a close. Before then, I want to remind you that you can maintain this state of being throughout the day. It doesn't have to be reserved for sittings. You can meditate in each and every moment. You can aspire to remember who you really are at all times of the day. Let's take 3 deep breaths to let this sink in. Breathe in. Sigh out of the mouth. Deep breath in. And out. One more time. Breathe in. And out. For the next couple of breaths, I invite you to just observe your surroundings. To notice if anything has shifted in the way you perceive your reality. Observe this body. Thank you so much for being here. I had such a pleasant time guiding you through this practice. I hope that you were able to find it helpful, that something clicked. And if you did find it helpful, I encourage you to return to this video whenever you need it, whenever you need a little reminder, gentle guidance. Thank you for meditating. Thank you for meditating with me. Let me know what your experience was like in the comments below. And I'll leave you with a message from today's lovely sponsor. Thank you so much to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. I have been with Squarespace for a while and I've recently revamped my website and I would love for you to see the finished results. This is what it looks like now. And to be honest with you, I thought that this project would take up quite a lot of time, but to my surprise, the design tools on Squarespace have gone even easier to use compared to the last time I used them. So I actually saved a lot of time and was able to really create the vision I had in my mind. Squarespace is amazing if you're wanting to create a website to sell physical or digital products, if you want to create a membership site, if you want to schedule your clients and have them book appointments with you, Or if you want to set up an online resume or portfolio to showcase your work, they have incredible aesthetic templates. On top of that, you can also set up a mailing list with Squarespace email campaigns and create stunning emails that represent your brand the same way your website does. Squarespace is also known for their award-winning customer support who can help you out any time of the day 24/7, so you're always in good hands. If you would like to give Squarespace a shot, which I highly recommend, they do offer a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you can go to my link squarespace.com/ediyasmr to save 10% off of your first website or domain. Thank you so much, Squarespace. And thank you for watching. Thank you for practicing with me. I'm sending you so much love, light, and healing. And I'll see you very soon.